But one of the things that he said was he was asked about Khabib being the GOAT in the sport, and Dana White took the position that Khabib retired too early to be considered the GOAT. Dana puts John Jones in that position, and he talked about John Jones coming back to fight heavyweight this year. There's still plenty of room for John Jones to cement that, and so want to let you guys hash that out with Dana White's comments for the last little bit of the show here.
I don't disagree with him. I'll put it right out there, and you can comment on what I say. I don't disagree with him at all. I think that he did retire too early. I think that, and here's the difference: he is undefeated. John Jones is undefeated too. All right, let's just put it out there. They have both had, and you're going to get people who said, "Yeah, but John Jones, he should have lost this one." He didn't. He didn't lose anything. Just like Khabib had fights where people said, "Oh, he should have lost." He didn't. He didn't lose anything. Now, I've always said that the most dominant fighter I've seen in the cage has been Khabib. He dominated great fighters in rounds, 10-8 rounds, consistently at times. John Jones is the most talented fighter that I've seen in the cage. And here's the big difference. John Jones has had 15 title fights? How many title fights does Khabib have? 5?
3.
Okay.
3 or 4.
Yeah. See, so, and that's really, that's a huge difference. Huge difference. And I think that's what Dana is talking about when he looks at this and he goes, look, Khabib's awesome, but to be the greatest of all time, Anderson Silva had how many championship fights? Mm-hmm. John Jones had how many championship fights? Well, Khabib should have had that, that strand where he was winning title fights up to close to 10 for me to now say, yeah, you're the greatest of all time. And he didn't get there because he retired, and that's okay. But, this is something people are going to argue forever. You have your favorite fighter, whatever. I do agree with Dana. I think Dana is being honest about it. When he says, no, I think John Jones is, and I would agree with him.
I'm a homer for my boys. You know that, yeah. But I got to agree with you. Well, I gotta agree with the fact that he did retire too early, and there's nothing against. No one's gonna say anything about him retiring too early. He did it for personal reasons,
and it was the right choice if it's for him.
Yeah, and it was the right. It was for him. It was for his family. It was for the promises he made to his mother, and and he deserves to do whatever he wants to do. Now, I agree with you also that he is the hands down been the most dominant fighter ever to step foot in the cage. Most dominant fighter ever. Yep. Now, John Jones, like you said, to me is the most talented fighter. I don't put John Jones as the GOAT. I don't put Anderson Silva as the GOAT. I do it based off of people that have never tested positive for anything. That's how I do it. Now, look, John, if you want to have a department where you include everyone, positive test or not, John Jones is number one. Yep. I'm not going to deny that. Yep. I won't deny that. But I'm going to say the ones that never tested for anything, I'm going to put GSP.
Okay.
GSP is the GOAT.
I'm okay with that.
And that's it. Like, if you want to have two separate categories, one is one that never tested positive, which I put GSP. One other one, if you want to put them all in there, I put John Jones. It seems fair. Like it's
absolutely
that's how it is. In terms of with Khabib, he is the most dominant. I think he did retire too early. I would have loved to have seen him fight a lot more. I don't believe that anyone has ever defended the lightweight title, more than 3 times. So I think this comes down to, I think Charles this is his 4th defense, correct? This is 4th? Can you look that up, Dave?
Well, he won it against Chandler. He beat Justin. He beat Dustin. And so this will be his 3rd defense, but his 4th championship fight.
Okay, so I think it's 4 title or 3 title defenses. No one's ever defended the title, I think, more than 3 times.
Wait,
in the lightweight division.
He won it with Chandler. He won it with
Chandler,
yeah,
but
so he's got
he
2
defended
wins.
it twice. So I don't think anyone, Khabib's defended it 3 times. And that was no one outside of the lightweight division has ever defended it more than 3 times. So if but here's the thing, in that division, right? You got BJ Penn, you got Khabib. Those are the 2 top guys, I think, ever in the lightweight division. I think I would hold them probably in there. Those are the 2 best guys in the lightweight division that have defended it 3 times. Frankie's up in the mix too. And then who was the other? Jens Pulver was up in that mix. So you've got those, but I would say it would be between BJ and Khabib right now. Charles Oliveira may very well pass him.
Oh yeah,
he may be able to get a win over Islam, and then he'll have to defend it one more time to beat the 3 times defending it. But I mean, he's got his hands full with Islam. Islam's going to be a tough fight for him, but it's going to be a good fight.
Yep.
I as much as people want to talk about, I'm a homer for my guys. I'm an extreme big homer for Islam because I train with him a lot. Him and Khabib were like my 2 main training partners when I was there.
And hold on, I want to say that's part of what gives you your belief when you have felt what they do and you understand how good they are and things. And you try to do things in training and nothing works against that guy.
Yeah,
it puts it in your head, dude. You have no idea how good this guy is, you know. Yeah. And I understand why you say it, but he's got a tough fight.
He does. No, Charles has a very tough fight, and Islam has an extremely tough fight. This is not going to be an easy fight for both of them.
No,
it won't be easy. This fight will be on the ground.
It's a scary fight for both.
Come down. Yeah, it is, because Islam is used to doing things in a certain way, and he's going to have to change up some of those things to avoid getting caught in a guillotine. You go back to watch the Drew Dober fight. I mean, was it Drew Dober?
No.
With the guillotine? No, it was Chris Wade. God damn. I had in my mind. With Chris Wade. The arm, the guillotine on that, he was able to get the sweep and reverse and get to the top position. But Islam was, he got careless, and you can't afford to get careless against someone like Charles on the ground in that type of situation. You may have been able to get away with it with Chris Wade. You're not getting away with that with Charles Oliveira. Now, in terms of the top positioning, grappling, all those things, I'm gonna give the pressure and the control and all that to Islam. But I want to see, look, and this will solidify, I believe, if Charles Oliveira gets past Islam, he defends it one more time, we won't be having a conversation anymore on who the best lightweight in the world is. It'll be him.
Yeah.
So it's, because no one has gotten past defending that title 3 times, not in the lightweight division. So, and I think it's fair to say that if Charles can do that, then the conversation will be over. And there's no more conversation to be had about it.
But we need conversation because that's what we do.
Yeah, we do. But then in terms of the GOAT, no. And John, I said this earlier in the show. I'm tired of people throwing around the word GOAT. Like, stop. It's going to change. Yeah. It's going to change later on. It may take a while for it to catch up to the John Jones conversation because, like you said, John technically shouldn't have ever lost that fight or whatever it was. There's that. And then on top of it, he's defended his title 14, 15 times. And if he goes up and wins a title at heavyweight, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a real hard time saying that he's not the best fighter to ever do it.
That's right. Go to breathefume.com/weighing in and use the promo code weighing in to get 10% off right now.
100% agree. Okay.